Hey, so, um, yeah, an update on where I am and how I'm doing. So, I finally kind of finished most of the work associated with the big project I was trying to finish. I mean, there's administrative stuff to do now and, whatever. Um, but I'm thinking about the aftermath, right, going forward and what this means. Because as I've been trying to get back, to like being focused and productive, what I'm finding is that this is the worst. This is the worst I've ever been in terms of like efficiency and being able to stay on task and like distractibility, and I don't know. It's been really bad for months now, and I thought it was just a temporary thing, but I'm starting to wonder if it's more permanent. Anyway, I'm going to shave with my Pearl SSH-05 razor today, a fresh Lord Platinum blade, and I'm using my Body Shop Maca and Aloe shaving cream. And, oh, yes, I started off with some Parasso White pre-shave. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. And just thinking about my life up to this point, right? 53 years old. Never really had to develop a lot of the skills that probably most people would have developed a long time ago. Like, I mean, there's time management stuff, sure. To be honest, academically, in terms of different types of time management and small project planning processes and things like that, academically, I'm an expert, which means I've never really used them, because most of the time I don't have to. Never really had to. The way this feels to me is like when I got to university. Like, so in high school and before, I never had to study, right? Everything just sort of came naturally. So I never did learn good study habits. And that was fine the first couple of years of university, but it started getting harder and harder, right? And by my senior year, I was kind of struggling a bit. I mean, I still managed to get decent grades, but I ended up failing one class in my final semester, which sucks. Luckily, I was planning on staying for grad school anyway, but I had to finish up during the summer, and that really sucked. I just barely failed that class, but I shouldn't have. It was like, it was basic electronics, or what everybody else in engineering, well, what the electrical and electronics engineers would call bonehead electronics, right? The course that's intended for, mechanical engineers, civil engineers. Me being a nuclear engineer, I fell in that category. Anyway, I never had to study. I never learned to study, and I continued to act as if I never had to, and that eventually bit me right? And then as my life went on, right, it's first job or two, I never really had to employ a lot of, high quality time management, project planning things, because I could pretty much hold it all in my head, right? And just go with the flow and manage day to day. It was just, it's just something I could do. I have had issues in the past. I don't know. But this is the worst I've ever felt mentally. Like, I have never felt this slow or this out of control of my own brain. I don't know what the deal is. Am I just getting, maybe I'm just getting old? I don't know. But this can't become a permanent thing for me. Or if it is a permanent thing for me, I have to learn to work around it. And that's what scares me, is that maybe it is permanent. I was like, what the hell is it? I don't know. I mean, I recognize depression and, attention deficit and anxiety. These are all things that, I've been diagnosed with in the past, and they rear their ugly heads every now and then, but this is the longest sustained period of just, I don't know what to call it. It's just crap, right? And when I think about it, really, I should be able to work through a period like this, or muddle through somehow, much better than I have. So I think I'm actually going to have to develop some new habits, right? Like, I find that if I'm not really paying close attention, especially recently, I waste a lot of time on pretty frivolous crap. And more than I used to. And when I say waste time, I don't just mean having fun and doing stuff that I like. I was not even doing the stuff that I like. It was like I was blocked. I think I've mentioned this before, but I was letting myself be blocked from doing things I needed to do and really wanted to do because I felt guilty. So what would I do instead? I would try and fail to work, or I would work but be really ineffective because I couldn't stay focused. And then when I was working, or when I wasn't working, it was like, well, I'm not even going to do the stuff I really enjoy, really want to do, because I feel so dang guilty about it. But I end up just like watching stupid crap on YouTube, or, oh my God, Facebook Reels. The biggest time waster ever. I guess TikTok is, YouTube Shorts and TikTok are basically this. Well, I guess TikTok's the original, right? Huge time wasters. because they suck you in, and you don't even realize the passage of time. And I already have issues with time. Like, I don't really notice the passage of time. It's like anything that happened more than a couple weeks ago feels like it was just last month. That includes stuff from 20 years ago. It's a bit weird, but yeah, anything older than a month for me is all the same. It all feels the same. I don't know why my time sense is like that, but kind of sucks. Well, in a way, it's kind of cool in that I always feel like no time has passed. But I see myself in the mirror here as I'm shaving every day, and it's like, well, my hair ain't getting any darker, and it's not like I'm growing more. Yeah, so with all these other realizations I've been having, I think I'm realizing that I'm going to actually have to work to be productive, because I'm not going to be able to, I'm not sure I'll be able to be productive without making it happen, right? I guess I've been lucky up to this point. I didn't have to spend time trying to manage myself into productivity. I could be productive whenever I felt like it. Yeah, anyway. If this is my midlife crisis, it might be the most boring midlife crisis ever. I'm not even getting a cool car out of it. You know, I gotta say something about this razor. This is the razor I paid $9 for. It's really good. Yeah, it's a dang good shave, actually. One thing I've noticed about this razor is that, well, even early on, like probably the first video I made about this razor on the channel, I was comparing it to the Merkur 34C. There's a lot of similarities. Yet somehow, and it feels pretty much just as mild. Yet somehow, it is way more efficient. And you can't find it on any North American, like, web shops, right? At least I haven't been able to. Ooh, I'm going to try going without alum and my usual alum and witch hazel, and I'm just going to use Clubman Pinot, or was it Pinot and Clubman? I don't know. Just this aftershave. I do really like this stuff. I haven't had it in a while. Oops, I just got a bottle a couple days ago. So let's see how this feels. Oh yeah. That might have been a bit much. yeah, that's all I need. I think if I had to get rid of everything, I've said in the past that my number one razor would be my vintage Gillette. And I do love that razor, and I'd never get rid of it. But if I had to, if I just had to do this exact shave every day, I think I could be happy. This razor's that good to me. Anyway, I guess in closing, I'll just say that I'm discovering that it's really difficult to just, you know what? I'm not sure I have a conclusion yet. I'm not sure I have a conclusion yet. I know, or anything like really, you know, no really insightful thing to say about it yet. I've got to think about it, but it's somewhere along the lines of productivity doesn't just happen, right? Not in the long run. And I think I'm going to have to make it happen, which means I'm going to have to learn to manage myself, which I've never really been forced into before. I still have, you know, at least a decade worth of working to do before I can retire, right? So yeah, I can't I can't go on like this. I need to figure out a way to be productive all the time without the conditions being just right. I don't know why I did this. Yeah. I guess what I'm saying is I have to make it happen as opposed to just expecting it to happen or letting it happen or waiting for it to happen, right? Yeah, anyway, thanks a lot for watching. If you liked it, you know, like, share, subscribe. Consider subscribing maybe. I think I just, wait, why did I say that? Subscribe. Anyway, my brain is now occupied with other thoughts. So I'm going to say goodbye. And yeah, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. See ya.